Hey guys, welcome back to the Casa Dream Team Real Estate channel. I'm Kristen and today we're going to be discussing 5 common mistakes that people make when moving here. Our first mistake is a very important one, and that's not doing enough research on the neighborhoods. As they say in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. When it comes to buying a home, your neighborhood can make or break your experience. And while it can be hard to not really know a place until you've actually lived there, taking the time to research the neighborhood before you move can help ensure that you don't accidentally end up with a case of buyer's remorse later on. So let's talk about some key factors to consider when researching neighborhoods in Albuquerque. Before you start looking at neighborhoods, really think about what your preferences are. Yes, the size of the home, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms you need are all important, but also think about, what do you enjoy being close to? Do you love being close to parks? Do you want to be close to hiking trails or dog parks? Do you want to have the ability to own horses on your property? On the flip side of that, do you want to have more privacy, more space, and less density? Really think about what matters most to you and your lifestyle. To go along with that, proximity is another big thing to consider. Quick quiz: how far would you travel to go for your favorite snack or to go to your favorite restaurant? For most of us, convenience matters, whether that's a quick trip to the grocery store or to go to your favorite coffee shop. And of course, food is a daily necessity, but let's be real, we don't always have time to go buy groceries and prepare a home-cooked meal. So if you're like me, you may find it valuable to have dining options in the area. Your daily commute is also a big deal. If you aim to have a short commute to work, factor in the distance from the neighborhoods that you're looking into. Also think about the stores that you frequent often. Are they on the way home from work, school, or daycare? It might influence your decision if they're out of your way. You can do all the research in the world. However, the best way to truly understand a neighborhood is to experience it firsthand. If you can, plan a trip out here before you move. That's really the best way to go, especially if you aren't too familiar with the areas. Notice the vibe of the neighborhoods that you're interested in, and I recommend going there at different times during the day. Pay attention to anything that you might consider a red flag, whether that's too much traffic, too much street noise. Whatever it is going to look different for everybody. And of course, everyone wants to live in a safe neighborhood. We as realtors cannot disclose crime rates due to the Fair Housing Act. It's very important that you do research on this information independently and check out local crime reports. So let's move on to our second mistake. When diving into the home buying process, it's easy to get lost in the sea of choices like price, amenities, neighborhoods, square footage, new or old, the list goes on. However, one important aspect that is often overlooked is the impact of school districts. Even if you don't have any school-age children or don't ever plan to, here's why you should pay attention to school districts in Albuquerque. You may not be looking to raise the next generation of rocket scientists. However, school districts can influence home values and rent prices. All other things being equal, a good school district tends to equal a good neighborhood. Again, as they say in real estate, it's all about location. And a good location means excellent dining options, nearby amenities like parks and public services, and much more. Even if you don't anticipate moving soon, as we all know, life happens and plans can change on a dime. Suddenly, before you know it, a move is on the horizon. A good school district can be a factor in preserving a high resale value for your home and can even act as a little bit of a buffer during down markets. Not only that, but when it does come time to sell, it could attract buyers more quickly and lead to a quicker sale. So now that we've talked about the importance of researching neighborhoods and considering school districts when you move to Albuquerque, let's address another common mistake. And that is not using a realtor in the home buying process. Can you buy a house without a realtor? Yes. Should you? That's a different story. While it might be tempting to go solo in your quest for the perfect home, a good realtor can be a valuable asset in navigating the complexities of the real estate market. This market is unlike anything we've ever seen before, and you deserve to have the best resources, the best, most and up-to-date information, and access to the best homes that meet your criteria. Buying a home is stressful enough. Don't underestimate the value that we as realtors can bring before, during, and after a transaction. Allow us to take as much of the pressure and burden off you as possible. Now, you might be surprised at how many homes actually sell off market. And what that means is they never see the light of day on Zillow, Realtor.com, the MLS, so you would never know about it. There's actually a rule in our MLS that states that we can market properties before they go on the market and not available yet to the general public, internally to those within our office. With over 300 realtors in our office, there are a lot of amazing homes getting sold that you would not have access to unless somebody tapped you into that. We can help you find hidden gems, and not to mention, it's a lot less stressful negotiating a deal with the seller on a home that very few people know about, and it definitely beats having to compete with potential multiple offer situations. The home buying process can be overwhelming, stressful, and complex with lots of moving parts like inspections, handling negotiations, repairs, appraisals, obtaining the mortgage, and not to mention the legalities of entering into a legally binding contract. That's where we come in. Our job is to help guide you through this whole entire process step by step and ensure that you are in compliance with the terms of the contract. Our next common mistake has to do with the lending side of things. Now, in real estate, there are two key players that can make or break a deal. Having a good realtor and, you guessed it, having a good lender are crucial. Having a reputable and trusted lender can make a massive impact into getting you into your dream home. When embarking on your home buying journey, finding a good lender who aligns with your needs and goals should be one of the very first things that you do. Now, here's the thing. I can't tell you who to use. However, I can recommend different lenders and at the very least highlight some things that you do want to look for in a good lender. First and foremost, accessibility is key. A good lender should be easy to get a hold of and respond in a timely manner. In the fast-paced world of real estate, delays can be costly, and having a lender who is on the ball is crucial. The lender is a huge factor in determining how smoothly a deal will go. Now, a local lender adds an extra layer of convenience, if you will. Imagine being able to go into their office, meet with them face to face, and if there are any hurdles or obstacles that come up during the transaction, the lender can go across the hall and talk to the underwriter to quickly resolve anything that comes up. This local touch can be an absolute game changer. A proactive lender ensures that appraisals are ordered and returned on time, and they should be more than just a name on a piece of paper. A good lender will be there with you throughout the entire journey, answering any and all questions and advocating on your behalf. Now, here's a pro tip. Don't be shy about asking your potential lender some tough questions. Find out how long they've been in the business. Are they willing to meet with you and walk you through different loan scenarios that would be best for your situation? Ask for reviews and testimonials. Ask about their proactive approach. Are they calling the listing broker when you submit an offer and advocating that your financing is solid? Are they providing regular updates to all parties in the transaction? These details can give you valuable insights into their commitment and efficiency. Now, believe it or not, the lender that you go with can actually influence whether or not your offer gets accepted. Here's a scenario to consider. Imagine you have two almost identical offers on your dream home. One offer is backed by a local and trusted lender. The other offer has a national lender that has a, well, less than stellar reputation of dropping the ball. As the realtor who is representing the seller, their job is to educate and help the sellers make an informed decision based on the information that they have. So what happens if this realtor just did a deal with this lender and for some reason the deal didn't go very smooth? Well, because the sellers have this information, they ended up going with the offer that had the local and trusted lender. Our last mistake is a very important step that is often overlooked in the home buying process, and that is not getting pre-approved before you start. In today's real estate landscape marked by limited inventory and potential bidding wars, not getting pre-approved can make your real estate adventure turn into disappointment. Here's why. So without pre-approval, you might fall head over heels in love with a home, only to later find out that the home is above your budget. This can lead to frustration and disappointment, especially if you've invested the time and emotions into the property. Everything you see from that point on just won't compare to the one that you fell in love with. Knowing your budget up front streamlines your home search, focusing only on properties that are within your price range. Now, this not only saves time and energy, but it also allows us to know where you're at and where you're comfortable being. Just because you get pre-approved for a certain amount doesn't mean that you're going to be comfortable making those payments on a monthly basis. It also presents you as a serious and qualified buyer to sellers. Preparation is key, and doing that prep work will allow you to act quickly when you do find the perfect home, because that's exactly what your competition is doing. When searching on real estate websites, it's not uncommon to come across some sort of mortgage calculator that estimates what purchase price you can afford. While this can be a helpful tool, it does not guarantee that you can get pre-approval for that amount, and definitely does not replace the evaluation done by a lender. I'm by no means a lender, but I do know that taking this step can prevent you from experiencing unnecessary heartbreak later on down the road. To wrap up, embarking on your real estate journey, it comes with consideration and proactive measures. Even if you're a couple months out or even longer from making a move, it's never too early to reach out to us, and at the very least, arm yourself with knowledge. By sidestepping these common mistakes, you'll pave the way for a more efficient, informed, and successful home buying experience. Give us a call today.